Here I am in the part of Venice that reminds me of Beverly Hills on crack. We've got... What we need to understand is no matter what people have struggled through all over this world, the people who could do this are not all of us. They're not even most of us. And as we're looking at all this stuff, and as we're looking at the way that even in Venice, the small businesses were squeezed out by the huge ones, by the rich ones, by the oligarch type of businesses. And you've got all of these brands. You've got all of these, There was a flood here in, I believe, 17, 18, 19, something like that, that destroyed many of the businesses here in Venice. And as soon as that all went down, and as soon as they were cleaning up from that, trying to rebuild from that, trying to survive from that, COVID hit. Hundreds and hundreds of businesses in this little city disappeared, just like in America, just like everywhere else when these problems hit. So when we're looking at the economic issues that have gone worldwide lately, we need to understand there will always be this to replace the small businesses that get destroyed, not only politically, but when countries don't defend the people they need to defend. The parallel goes directly into the government, and directly with the government when they're looking at protecting themselves, protecting their wallets, not protecting their citizens and the small businesses that build those very same countries. It's a mindset. So if tourism continues in places like Venice, in places like Beverly Hills, with all these wonderful brands, looks great. It's wonderful. So as the 1% hops into their Bentleys and Bugattis, traveling the world, these struggling small businesses are getting replaced by companies that are real desperately in need of money, that desperately need government help. The big companies that are getting subsidies, the big companies that actually charge $20,000 for a fucking handbag because they can. Because no matter what happens, the effects of a negative government, the effects of authoritarian rule, the effects of oligarchy and all that other bullshit that we're dealing with in the United States that other countries around this world have had to deal with this entire time. We need to recognize that things like this are what will always survive, because things like this have the people in the power with the wallets to make sure there will always be the money. Where it's needed the least. So let's look at all this from all the angles. Like America, these wonderful countries were built on small businesses. Like America, these countries were built on the backs of people who busted their ass for generations and generations to build up family businesses. Like my friend Annabella that I met here, whose family is part of the structure of this city, and who has seen every level of everything. She has watched her dear friends go in and out of business and struggle with things that they shouldn't have to struggle with, because, like America, this is an amazing country too. Because we need to understand, no matter what, we have an opportunity to make a difference. We have an opportunity to make sure no matter what happens, we stand shoulder to shoulder with not only people in our country, but people in every other country to unite. We need to make sure we understand that the battles that people are fighting, that the small businesses are fighting, is worldwide. And the reasons for these battles are very, very, very similar. It's hard to wrap your head around the perspectives in other countries. It's difficult to understand why the information that's given to them is given to them. And if you put it in the big picture and you look at it worldwide and you look at the way everything's coming together and all the people that are aligning worldwide, it's terrifying because the money is behind who we don't want. And like these wonderful brands that are all over Venice and everywhere else, that swooped in and replaced the small businesses that got destroyed through natural disaster, political, whatever. We need to understand that we all deserve better. This country, this world should be built on helping others. This world should be built on taking care of people, not only health, but financially. We need to start focusing on what we could do for the big picture, what we could do to elevate everyone around us, not just us. So let's say we start focusing on that and not being so fucking angry about little bullshit. Because people like my new friends over here, worldwide, are struggling too. And they are such amazing people. That we're all family. We need to start acting like it. So stay diligent, stay educated, be kind. We are all in this together. God bless.